going? What's going on, guys? This is EP from the Coaches Vault. I got two more great coaches for you guys. I met these guys back when I lived in Jersey. Randy, I've known just going to Crunch, going to 24-hour fitness, man, just lifting together and stuff like that. And I met Terrance at Apollon Gym, which happens to be like literally my favorite gym in Jersey. I always go back every time I go back home. So Randy necessarily isn't a coach, but he's an avid lifter, and I wanted to give him the opportunity to blog because he does like to write. So you'll be seeing a lot of his stuff, and then Terrance is just very knowledgeable. He's great, man. He's a cool dude, and I think you guys will both love these guys. So again, we're just gonna go over a quick background on these guys, so you kind of get more of a deeper understanding of who they are as a person instead of reading their bios, because God knows you guys probably didn't read their bios, and if you did, God bless you. Okay, but this is a little bit more of a fun way. Okay? Yeah, God bless you. Okay, we'll go first. Randy, all right, what I want you to do is give me a brief background on you, like you as a person, what you do,
all right, well,
stuff like that.
As you said before, I'm not a coach. However, I do love working out. I've been working out for about 10 plus years now. I want to inspire people through my experience. I used to be overweight and I got in shape just being focused and grinding, working out. And then it was to a point where I just absolutely fell in love.
Yeah.
And then from there, music is my next passion.
All right, awesome. All right, Terrance, same question to you. Just give a brief background on you.
Yeah, this is probably like my 6th year in the coaching now. I'm also known as Building Beast too. That's what you can find me on my IG handle.
The dopest fucking name in the world, other than Black. All the black guys have the best names. I'm just praying.
Yeah, I like the plug too. I like the plug.
And Black to Miss Prime. What we need to do is converse on giving everybody a dope ass name. But anyway, just go ahead and.
I appreciate that, because I always wanted the name.
I got you. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I've been into the fitness thing probably over 27 now. So I would probably say about 12, 14 years, and I've been training people about half of that.
Okay.
So Evan told you earlier, I do most of my work in Apollon, which is a pretty known hardcore gym in Edison.
Yep.
I actually got into this just from playing football when I was younger.
Yeah.
Just like the typical story of the guy who doesn't make it in the sports field, but they take their knowledge and their love for working out and fitness and just going that route and helping other people become better athletes or better versions of themselves.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it becomes a downgrade. If you don't know, teach, and then people are like, oh well, you weren't good enough to do it. I mean, it doesn't mean I wasn't good enough. It's just not the route that I wanted to take, or not the route that fit. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad thing that you want to be a coach at all. I hate that negative connotation that people have.
Plus you get the knowledge of helping someone else. Someone might need that information.
Exactly.
So, you can have the talent, but if you don't have the opportunity and the situation, it's not gonna work out for you.
Exactly. I mean, it's also great to have that experience of actually doing it and then being able to coach it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
But anyway, okay, so not only in life, but in coaching, and instead, okay, Randy, of course you can't answer this question in the coaching thing, but I want to go ahead and talk about it. I'm breaking your heart. You'll be all right, bro. But you'll be fine. Okay. But coaching in life, what inspires you to do what you do, stay motivated and stuff like that? All right. This time I'll let Terrance go first. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Hey, go ahead.
When you're coaching people, you literally have the impact to change somebody's life forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be for the good. Sometimes that can be for the bad. But when somebody comes to you and they ask you for your help, they're literally trusting you with their body. So any knowledge that they have prior to you or during you have the responsibility of showing them the ropes the right way. Or even if they don't stick with you for the long haul, you can instill behavior into them, or you can instill knowledge into them that they can carry on with them forever. Now, if you do that the wrong way, now you can be instilling bad habits in people.
Yeah.
And in the long haul, that might not be the good effect for them. And sometimes that's how trainers kind of get that, bad rep of, I work with this guy and he did X, Y, and Z and stuff. So just having bad experiences. So what I try to do is really just value that somebody's really trusting me to, you know, give themselves to me and give me the opportunity to pretty much change their life forever. So
Yeah.
kind of just hearing people come back and say, you know, thank you so much for doing this for me, or I never thought of it this way. I've never felt this way before, or, you know, like that type of stuff kind of keeps me going.
I love that. I love that idea, that like kind of like mentality that you have, that you're responsible for these people, responsible to help them like in the long run. And that's, I feel like a lot of coaches don't really think that way, or a lot of trainers don't think that way. But it's a great mentality to have. Yeah, exactly. It's just about the money, and like people are asking your help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're asking for you to make them a beast because you're building them, bro. It's dope ass name. I just made it up for it. But yeah, it's a responsibility that people like a lot of us take for granted. Sometimes we don't even think about it. We just end up doing it. But like having that mentality in the back of your head always is great. Okay, Randy, inspiration, like day-to-day kind of stuff. Go ahead, man.
Well, I do want to inspire like Terrance does to his clients. I want to do that in life. I look up to Eric Thomas, Les Brown, you know, those type of motivational speakers, and I hope to do that one day through my writing, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Short, sweet, to the point. Yeah, he can't. He does all this writing. He can't even talk, bro. It's crazy.
Exactly, you know, like
I get a little long-winded sometimes.
He can't change his Zoom time. I gotta come for his neck, man. That's all it is. I'm playing, bro. But no, I respect that, man. It's all about trying to inspire others. It's not just about yourself. And I think both of you guys like show that, like the way that you speak and the way that you actually do anything. So I think that's very important. Next thing, okay, coaching and life philosophies. I know it's kind of like in the same realm, but what are some things that you try to instill in your clients or other people, like from day to day, like friends, family, stuff like that? Okay, I'll let Randy go first for this one.
Well, life itself inspires me. I believe the greatest lesson one can learn is through experience. And if someone can get that information from you, from someone who already has been in their shoes, or have seen someone else do something they're not supposed to, and they can let someone know that is not the right way about doing something.
Yeah.
I believe that in life, you just have to help anyone that you can, honestly. And that's the way the world will go around, as long as we're all helping each other.
Yeah. I mean, especially in this time, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure out ways to like social distance and help people out from a distance in any way that's important. I think to like backpack on your experience thing, like I think trying is the most important part. Like I said in one of the last videos, like don't let knowledge only lead to learning. Let knowledge also lead to action. A lot of people like will like take those experiences from other people, like retain it and never do anything with it. So kind of like also trying, failing, and then continue doing what you need to do. Terrance, same question to you, coaching philosophies, life philosophies.
One quote that I guess I can my own. I always tell people it only gets better.
Yeah.
So usually what I mean by that, like if you just kind of stay with it and you have a good positive outlook on things, and just even things that might not be the most positive, like if you find a way to look at the good behind certain things and just stay consistent at it, like the situation's gonna get better for you. Like you'll grow from it, you'll take your experience from it, and then overall, like you'll become a better person from it, or you know you'll gain some life experiences to help you move on later in the future with.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's like so like great. Like it's better and blah blah blah. It's actually true though. I tell clients I ain't saying anything when it comes to like progression, like baby steps. Like it might not have it better today, but you keep doing things you do things with it. It is. All right. Next question. Next question. Okay. Anyway. Just really long, man. important. It's very, very important. Every aspect of people that are watching this. If you aren't reading anything, especially during this time, you're behind the curve, right? Pick a book or read something. Especially since we are blogging. I think it's also important to reading transfer to writing. And it helps kind of learn that. So whether your favorite books, I like coaching, life, road, all that type of stuff. You give me top three, top five, top 100, just what you guys like to actually read. Why don't I let Randy go first?
All right, so these aren't the books I'm reading now. These are books that my all-time favorite.
Yeah, of course.
First one has to be The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Love it.
Absolutely love that book. If you don't know about it, you have to watch the interview with Will Smith. He's in this talk show and he explains the book beautifully.
Yeah.
My next one has to be The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, but it's a beautiful story about a professor talking about his last moments because he has pancreatic cancer.
Oh, wow.
The other one that I have is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. And my last one has to be The Rose That Grew from Concrete by Tupac.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are all great books. I think The Alchemist is great. I think you're the one that hooked. I mean, people like were talking about The Alchemist, but you're the person that actually got me hooked on that book.
Yo,
Will Smith.
love that book.
It's a great book. I've read it like 3 times, and I mean, right now, like since nothing's really going on, I might read it again, honestly. Okay, your mute's on, so I'm there. You gotta figure out what's going on. Damn it, Terrance. This is.
All right, no. You know, the audio was going bad.
This is the Android life. This is the Android life. Don't know how to press any of the buttons correctly. but go ahead. So your top books like training or like growth, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
All right, so I definitely should read more than I do now, but I did come up with a list of books that I enjoyed over my time. There was a book I read last year called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. I think that's how you say his name. I don't want to mispronounce it, but it was a really, really, really good book. Talked about like work, how to balance work with like your personal life. They talked about like dealing with women and sexual desires and a lot of like career building and kind of like one of those self-awareness type personal experience books that can help you out a lot. When I first started personal training, a book that I looked into was called Ignite the Fire by Jonathan Goodman.
Okay.
So that was like, it talked a lot about like more so of like the personal training business. So I just that helped me along the way when I first started getting started in training, and I think he has like a 3rd edition at this point where he just kind of updated it. And another book I read a couple years ago was called Supernatural Strength by Bob Whelan. And he was like really, really old school type of mentality when it comes to training. He only strength trained like twice a week, and he talked about like some of the crazy methods that he had and stuff like that. But I learned a lot from that book too. That's kind of what I learned more about, like full body training. And he talked about doing like a lot of weighted carries. In his version of carries, he did sandbag carries, and they would walk like 200 yards at the end of every workout and stuff like that. Yeah. It was a really interesting book.
Okay, that's awesome. It's good.
Right now, I'm reading The Art of Coaching by Brett Barth.
That's a great one. I
was actually gonna read that too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good one. I think the only thing that the thing with Art of Coaching, I love that book. I think it was just overload. It's a lot of information. There's so many different like styles of like coaching to different athletes in that book. Like it's just so much information that like I got kind of lost in it.
Like, yeah, like 70 personalities in there.
Yeah, I'm like 70. How am I supposed to remember this? This is a guy, and like I pick up and like look at. It's like, who is this person? You get me? Like, it needs to be a textbook, not an actual book. But it is great to like kind of get the gist of stuff. I think I talked about this before. I think my favorite 3 books, just in general and stuff to actually remind me. I like to read like books over and over again to kind of remind myself. of things. Start with why. Okay, I think that's huge. Like, I love that book because it's literally the first thing that you should think about is like, what's your reason? And that's why I asked you guys what your philosophy was. Because if you didn't have a reason for what you're doing, then you usually kind of like misalign yourself. And it kind of puts me into the space of, I'm here, which direction do I go? And I mean, every year that kind of always changes, and it should always change. So kind of reminding myself that, all right, I need to put myself in the right direction. Culture Code. Culture Code is one of my favorite books that I read last year. It's more or less about vulnerability, and you guys know, like, I'm a big vulnerability guy. I talk about stuff that goes on with me a lot, and trying to inspire other people to be more vulnerable. But it's about how these businesses that like Apple, like Disney, all started, and how they kind of like use this vulnerability to jumpstart their careers and jumpstart these businesses and stuff like that. It's really interesting how it unfolded. I mean, Apple and Disney are the biggest things in the world. Like, it's gonna be Disney USA in like 2050. Like, it's not even gonna be called USA no more. It's gonna be called Disney USA, and then the hat. Everybody like in different states has to wear a different hat for a different character. It's crazy. It's gonna happen. I'm just saying. If we get past this corona. But anyway,
Conspiracy theory.
I'm rambling. Okay, but all right. So I got one more question for you guys because this is getting a little long. Okay, so let's make this real short. Favorite quotes. Okay, I'm a big word guy. I'm a big quote guy. And I think having a favorite quote like tells a lot about you. Okay, so Randy, why don't you go first? Favorite quote.
I kill my enemies by any means necessary. That's J. Cole.
Okay, I knew you were gonna pick a rap quote. Every video I ask people like, hey, like favorite quote. I don't care if it's gonna be a rap one, and nobody picked a rap one. And I had a sense you were gonna do that, and I'm happy for you.
Is it a chain? Is it a chain?
It's a chain. It's a chain. It's a chain in the glasses, because like it's not like you got like circle glasses and shit like that. I mean, man, I got laser.
Trying to look smart. Like,
all right, whatever, bro. I'm gonna skip you for that from now on. But I do like that quote because it kind of motivates you to kind of go like just keep pushing through. Hey, Terrance.
So my quote comes from a rapper as well. It's you only get as far as the people you speak to for no reason. That was from 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
That was back in like the mixtape days.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a favorite rap quote for you that shit, I forgot this guy's name, but it was fire back in 2007. I'll Be Black or something like that was his name. And I remember this line. I used to love it. Every door unlocks for me when I realize that I'm the key. And then, and like, it just made me realize that like sometimes you're the person that opens your own fucking doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like you have to be that person, and like if you don't go ahead and do that stuff. But yeah, man, that's personally my favorite rap quote. I've never heard another song by him, but and I don't remember if you ask me what song it is, but that's literally my favorite quote. Okay, but that's all the questions I have for you guys. This was fun. All right. Again, we all appreciate you guys like doing your stuff like during this coronavirus time. Randy works at Target. He's working fucking full Target, correct?
Target.
And he's busting his ass, man.
Help me.
What?
I said, help me.
No, you'll be all right, bro. But and Terrance is doing his own thing, trying to help his clients during this weird time. So appreciate both of you guys. All right, keep vlogging, keep doing your thing, keep hustling. And to the viewers, thank you for your support. A like and share goes a long way. So keep spreading the word, because you keep spreading the word, we can keep spreading the knowledge and helping everybody else out. All right, so that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys once again, and I'll talk to you both of you guys soon.
We appreciate the opportunity.
Take care.
First, all right, guys. So I'll talk to you soon.
All right.